Okay, yeah, but anyways, welcome back to my channel. So before I address anything regarding the actual video, I want to talk about my other video, the one I just posted, the Kylie High Shine lip gloss review. So basically, I know my video is flipped. If you haven't seen that yet, or you don't know what I'm talking about, usually when you watch a video, it's this way, it's diagonal, right? But my video was flipped vertical. So if you have iPhone, iPad, any type of like device that you can just easily, watch, and you can tilt your phone or whatever, thank goodness for you. But if you have TV, or you are watching it on laptop, computer, whatever, and you are watching my video like this with your head tilted, I'm so sorry. I probably gave you neck problems, but I was not trying to. Trust me. All day yesterday, I was trying to edit and film the Kylie review, but along the way, there was just like so many messy problems. I was trying to transport it onto the editing website, and it kept crashing and all that. And then from the editing, I noticed that my video was flipped, so I tried to fix that by downloading a video rotator, so I can like rotate it back. But that also crashed. Like everything was just crashing. And then I tried to finally upload everything onto YouTube, and it uploaded. But at the end of the day, even after like I used the rotator, why was my video still flipped this way? You know what I mean? So I don't know. You tell me. Like, you tell me, phone or video editor, whatever that caused that problem. Like, what the heck was going on? So I don't know. But in order to prevent that from happening again, today I'm just going to do everything in one take. If you don't know what I mean by one take, I'm literally just going to film everything in one shot and not edit it or take breaks. None of that. I'm cutting out the middleman, so that way I don't have to worry about filming on here and then transporting it onto an editing website, and then from the editing I have the finished product before finally uploading it onto YouTube. No. I'm gonna do it all in one sitting right here, and then after this filming is over, boom, I'm just gonna post it on YouTube, regardless of whatever I say on here, regardless of whatever mistake I do. So that's why I'm warning you ahead of time. If I'm clumsy and I knock things over, I say something, or I just ramble on a lot, that's why. I don't have editing to save my ass. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. Anyways, this was a really, really long intro. Let's get into the actual video and why you came here. So the purpose of today's video is to do the Colourpop fall, what's it called, fall edit collection review. Basically, this launched in like August, and I know it's November, so you might be thinking, what the heck are you doing reviewing it in November if it's already been out for a few months? Well, because I personally wanted to do this review a long time ago. I got it like the day it launched, but I haven't gotten around to it until now because Colourpop has been releasing so many things back to back, from this to the Karuchi thing, and then from the Karuchi, Bretman's thing just launched like not even last week, that was like 3 days ago. No, was it? It was like right before the weekend. And then on top of that, like his thing just launched during the weekend. Okay, you would think it would be a month before they drop something new at least. No, Colourpop just dropped their holiday collection today. You see what I mean? Like, so many people, including Colourpop, are just dropping things back to back, especially with the holidays coming up. There's going to be so many new releases from all types of brands. So I've been trying to keep up with that. And as a result of that, more older things like this has been neglected, but I'm getting around to it now. So yeah. Anyways, this is the Good Sport Pressed Powder Eyeshadow Palette. Right off the bat, I'm not feeling the packaging, because for a fall collection, this doesn't really fit the mood, you know what I mean? Like, cheetah prints and fall, they don't even correlate. How does this even make sense? I personally feel like maybe it's just me. I have a different interpretation of like fall, but when I think of fall, I think of like orange and red, more cool, warm shades, and this doesn't fit the vibe. On top of that, like, The writing is kind of like in this cursive font. It just says Good Sport. So right off the bat, again, the title of this palette doesn't really fit the mood because Good Sport, like, I don't know. That's kind of random, don't you think so? Like, that name is kind of irrelevant. Like, if it's gonna be a fall palette, have like more fall colors on the actual packaging. Get rid of the cheetah print. You don't need animal print on there. That doesn't correlate at all to fall. And then for the title, change it to something more fall-esque. But yeah, the eyeshadow palette is just 0.4 ounces per pan. This is their standard 12 eyeshadow palette. Inside you have like this nice selection of like shimmers and your mattes. Personally, when the well, not personally, but I was lurking like the comment section when this first launched, and I know a lot of people have complained like this isn't the most fall eyeshadow palette that they've seen, but regardless, I still feel like this is a really nice palette. Like, yeah, maybe it's not like the most fall thing you've ever seen. This doesn't compare to like the Morphe, what is it, 35O, but in my defense, like the Morphe 35O, yes, it did have more fall shades, but at the same time, have you seen the Morphe 35O? There's like a trillion different browns and oranges. How many oranges and browns can you make? You know what I mean? So regardless, this is still a pretty nice selection. It does, yeah, like I said, it's not the most fall thing in the world, but I would rather have 12 really bomb shadows and a nice variety than have the 35O where it's just like the same repetitive shades back to back. So, but yeah, you just have a pop, 4 shimmers, no, I lied, 5 shimmers, and then the rest are all matte. So you have this eggplant shade, this rose gold shimmer, this orange. This is like a straight orange, not like a vibrant orange, but what you imagine a fall type of orange to look like. That's what it looks like. Wild Out is just this light gold, almost champagne, or yeah, just champagne shimmer. You have this straight up gold shimmer, this mustard, another fall color, just this like mustardy transition matte shade. Reckless is like a cherry shade. I don't know how to describe it exactly. I haven't seen a red quite like this. This isn't like the vibrant red, but this isn't like a traditional vampy shade either. This isn't a burgundy shade. You know what I mean? This is like a straight cherry. This is just a yellow matte, a shimmer. This is a greenish gray shimmer, a cool tone brown, it's matte, and then you have this green shimmer. It's like a, I think it might be a duochrome, but from certain angles it's yellow and then it's green, so it's a shimmer. And then lastly you have this cool toned purple. So that's the difference between these right here. The first purple is like a straight eggplant, like a vibrant eggplant purple, and then that last one is a cool tone purple. It's a little bit more on the gray side, you know what I mean? So should I swatch that now or should I do the highlight? Okay, but yeah, let's just get into the actual thing. So this is the first shade. This is Sista. This is the egg. Oof, that has some fallout. Hold up, that just like fell all over my pants. Okay, yeah, but this is Sista. That's the eggplant shade I was talking about. The second shade in the palette is this copper shimmer called Rookie. It's really pretty. I don't know, it's not straight copper. If you look at it on my actual hand in person, there are some flecks of purple and blue. I don't know if it picks up on camera. Okay, yeah, on camera you don't really see it, but you can tell that there are flecks of glitter in there. Next we have Hooky. which is that fall orange I was talking about. It's just, you know, a basic orange, warm, matte shade. And then lastly, you have Wild Out, which is that champagne shimmer I was talking to you about. Ooh, look how nice that looks. Okay, the next row that we have is Licious. Licious is that yellow, just straight yellow shimmer I was talking about. Look at her. High Hopes is that kind of mustardy transition shade, matte transition I was talking about right there. Then Reckless is that cherry shade I was talking about. Look. See, I was having struggles trying to describe that because it's not like a traditional red. It's not Clifford the Big Red Dog red, but it's not brown either. This is in the middle. This is the most beautiful red I've ever seen. This is a straight cherry. And then lastly in that row we just have Trooper, which is a matte yellow. So, you know, like I said, in a way I can, you know, okay, you can't see that yellow, maybe a little bit, but you also see a lot of fallout coming down from that matte shade onto the rest of my arm. But as I was saying, like with the yellow, I can understand why people would say that this isn't the most fall eyeshadow palette. I can see that, but I'm not tripping over it. I'm not buying this because they claimed it was a fall palette. I'm buying it simply because I like the color scheme and I can actually personally see myself wearing these. So the last shade we have Hooked, which is, you know, that gray shimmer I was talking about. We have Trophies, which is that cool toned brown, but looking at it now and swatching it, I don't think it's a cool toned brown. I think it's just like a straight dark gray. Then, ooh, this is like my favorite. This is what caught my eye when I first purchased the palette. It's this shade right here, right there. It's that green yellow duochrome shimmer I was talking about. Let's see how it swatches, especially because this is the most pretty one out of the whole palette. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. Like, I don't know, like personally, what shades do you guys gravitate towards when you look for a new palette? I know when it comes to like big YouTubers, maybe it's just me, but I like to lurk the comment section. So when I lurk the comment section under big YouTubers pages, I see a lot of people always complaining and saying things like, oh, you did another neutral smoky eye, like why can't you use more cool shadows? Not cool as in like cool versus warm, but like straight cool or like cool or unique shades. You know what I mean? Because YouTubers, especially, I'm not even saying this to like start beef, but Laura Lee and Manny MUA, you know what I mean? They be reaching, there could be like a huge pop of color over here in this eyeshadow palette, but they will gravitate towards the brown or the pink in there. So yeah, maybe it's just me, but YouTubers like to stay within their comfort zone, and maybe I'm just different, but I don't gravitate towards the more neutral stuff. When I see a palette, I think of like the most vivid and most vibrant shadow in there, like the most unique thing. Like that shade I was looking at, that's what caught my eye. That's the reason that made me buy this palette. I didn't buy it for no neutrals. I bought it straight for that thing. But yeah, don't worry, even though I'm swatching, even though I'm taking off the swatches, I'm going to go over it one more time for those who want me to. But Sista Eggplant, It's an eggplant matte. Rookie is that rose gold shimmer, but it's not fully rose gold. There are flecks of blue and purple in there. If you look at it very closely, it's not enough to the point where it's duochrome, but if you put it on and, like, you know, when you're looking at it up close in the mirror or something, you can definitely tell there are small flecks of it in there. Hooky is just that fall orange. Wild Out is just that champagne shimmer. Trooper on the second row is just a matte yellow. It's not the most vibrant yellow based on my swatch. It's more of a transition shade, so it's supposed to be more subdued. It's not the type of yellow where, you know, you pop it on and you're like, bam. It's not like that. So Reckless is a cherry matte. Based on my swatches, I think this has to be the most, the most fallout on there. So I would be careful when you're dealing with that one, especially because that like fell all over my pants. High Hope is just this mustard shade. Oh, that one's a matte, I forgot to mention. Licious is a shimmer gold. Flow is another purple matte. However, it's different from Sista because this is a cool toned one, as you saw in the swatch. Ebb, oh my god, Ebb is the one I love so much, and after swatching it, I can definitely confirm it did not disappoint me at all. It reached my standards, like, honestly. No, it went beyond my standards. That one was, I was already in love with it. It's what made me buy this palette to begin with, but I'm even more satisfied with it now after the swatch. Trophies is a cool toned dark gray. Like, I know when you think of a gray, it's already like cool toned. So you might be thinking like, why are you saying it's cool toned? But it's even more cool toned if you look at it in the pan, you know what I mean? And then Hooked is this gray. It's not quite silver, but it's this gray shimmer. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then moving on to the next one, this is Crush on You, the Super Shock Highlighting Palette. I don't know if you guys already know this, but usually when you see a Super Shock product, it doesn't have to be just the highlighters. It could be the eyeshadow, it could be the bronzer, the blush, any type of Super Shock in general. Usually it's in this type of container. You know what I mean? With the yellow, I mean not yellow, the white container and then the lid on top. The reason why they do that is because you can't depot them, and I know that some people have tried, like they've tried to depot it and put it in a Z palette, but you can't do that. There's a reason why it comes in this container specifically. It's because with Super Shock like formulas, there's something about it where if you try and like take it out of this container, it dries out, so you can't do that. If you take it out of the container, it won't be as vibrant, as pretty as it is now in the container. That's just the way that the formula is meant to, and being in this container, like, it seals it and keeps air from like drifting in and drying it out. So I'm not sure how they did that with this palette, because it's like, if it's supposed to be in this container, how'd you put it in this palette, you know what I mean? But this is their highlighting palette made up of all Super Shock highlighters. That's the one thing that's unique about this, because usually you don't get Super Shocks in a palette like this. This is their one-of-a-kind original highlighting palette, the first of their Super Shocks to actually be in a palette. But yeah, I'm not sure how they did that. Once again, like, if it's supposed to be in this container, I'm not sure. I don't know the chemistry behind that or the physics. No, it has to be chemistry, right? Not physics. Yeah, chemistry. Okay, so, but yeah. So, this is Talk and Code. It's just the straight white highlighting shade. Let it focus. Hold on. This is Drop a Pin. Not pen, not drop a pen, but pin. You know, like you have a pin and you pin it to your clothes, that type of pin. This is a light gold highlighting shade. Poker Face is this rose gold. And then Class Act is this more how do I describe it? It's this champagne shade. So personally, I have never tried their Super Shock highlighting palette. I mean, wait, I said that wrong. Their highlighters in general. So this is my first time. But, oh, right off the bat, swatching it, it is so smooth. It is like, how do I even describe it? It's like, it's so buttery. It's not stiff at all. It's like, this is what I imagine like a cloud to feel like. Oh, I probably just spoiled it, huh? By looking at it before showing it to you guys on camera. But that's what the first one looks like. That one is Talk and Code, that white highlighting shade I was talking to you about. Oof. And look at it on my fingers too. I kid you not though when I say that this is so soft and buttery to touch. The next one is Poker Face. This is the rose gold. So right off the bat, I know when you usually think of like a rose gold shade, you're like, oh, it's like really pink. But no, it's still highlighty, but it's not bam in your face, you know what I mean? So you can still tell it's rose gold, but it's more subdued to the point where it's still wearable, but you still have that different color, you know what I mean? The next one is Drop a Pin. This is that light gold I was talking about. Okay, but seriously though, I'm not even gonna lie. I am obsessed. The actual swatch is cute, you know. But I think I'm getting addicted to actually touching it because it's so soft and buttery. I can't get over it. But this is Drop a Pin. Same thing going on here as the rose gold, but it's a light gold, but it's not bam in your face to the point where, you know, you can't wear it because it's still wearable. It's subdued. I think they did this intentionally to the point where no matter what skin tone you are, you can still wear it without looking ashy or without looking weird. And last but not least, we have that last shade called Class Act, which is that champagne one I was talking to you guys about. That's what it looks like. You see what I mean? It's like still really pretty and blinding when you look at it regarding the swatches, but if you apply it on your actual face, the pink won't look super overwhelming and neither will the gold, so you don't have to worry about it like conflicting with your skin tone basically. But oh, look at it, it's so cute. Should I wear it just to wear it? I'm not wearing makeup, by the way. The only thing I'm wearing regarding makeup, okay, but seriously, look at it one more time. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not even wearing makeup. I'm not trying to sound braggy or anything like, oh, I'm not wearing makeup, I'm so cute without makeup. No, I'm just saying that because, yeah, I know some of you guys might look at me right now and be like, oh, aren't you wearing like highlight already? No, I'm not. That's just my lighting and my oily skin. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the only makeup I'm wearing is the lip gloss right here. So anyways, let me put it on just to show you guys what it looks like. I think I will do Drop a Pin. Okay, it's not showing up on my brush. Is it gonna show up if I put it on though? Like, it's not picking up. I don't see anything. I literally don't see anything on the brush either, but I don't know. I read somewhere that Super Shock, just in general, Super Shock products are supposed to be applied with the finger. So maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, but seriously, the swatch, like, it feels so beautiful. It's like this, I don't know, just this wet, nice feeling. I probably sound really crazy, but yeah, I read somewhere, I can't remember where, but somebody, maybe it was even Colourpop that said this, like straight from them, but you're supposed to apply it with your finger for like your most full on pigment. Okay, but now you see it, don't you? Let's see what Talking Code looks like. Maybe I'll just dot it on the note. Oh, okay, yeah. Now you can definitely see it. Okay. Okay, they really weren't playing when they said you have to apply it with your fingers for full-on pigment, because you see what I mean? When I was putting it on the brush, didn't pick up at all. Sweeping it on the face numerous times, it didn't show anything. But look, one dab with my finger and it's here. I'm Rudolph the highlight reindeer. And it's there. See the before? The after? Okay, but yeah, yeah, this is my first time ever trying the highlighting palette in general from Colourpop, any highlighting product, but especially the Super Shock product. I really like this. Like, individually, their Super Shock highlighters are $8 each, and this highlighting palette is the first of their Super Shock highlighting kind. So for you to pick up all 4 shades, and I believe, I can't remember what the official price was, maybe it's $16, but for 4 shades, $16, that's a steal, especially when individually each one is already like $8. If these were all $8 each, if you had to buy them like separately and not in this palette, that would be $24, not including shipping, because you have to hit $30 for free shipping in the US. So, and tax. You can't forget tax. But all this for like $16. And this was my first time trying the Super Shock highlighting stuff in general. This is a steal. Like, look at me. Look at me. Oh, I forgot. This side doesn't have anything. Just look at this side. Look at me though. But yeah. So, did I tell you how much the eyeshadow costs? It's $16. Usually, on average, Colourpop eyeshadow palettes are $16 unless they specifically state otherwise. Like their holiday collection that they just dropped, their eyeshadow palette today is $20. So, on average, $16 with their eyeshadows unless they say otherwise. But yeah, other than that, like, I really like everything. I know I didn't even put eyeshadows on my eyes, so I can't like actually say I like the eyeshadow palette, but the Super Shock highlight, I definitely love it. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, you can't buy these separately. They came as a palette, so if you're trying to buy this individually on Colourpop's website, this isn't possible. These are all new shades that they dropped for the fall. But yeah, with their holiday collection that just launched today, they actually just dropped a second highlighting Super Shock palette. So if you like this one, or if you were planning to pick this one up, you might also want to pick up the one that they just dropped for the holiday stuff. Okay, but seriously, this video is like reaching 30 minutes and this is going to be super long, especially because I just said I'm not going to edit this. But thank you so much for watching. Like, I really like everything. Just so you know, don't feel like disappointed if I don't put on the eyeshadows in this video. It's because I'm reserving that for another video. I knew that this video would get pretty long, especially when I'm not editing, so I did it intentionally for this half only to be like the actual swatches and first impressions, and then the second half of the video will be me actually applying the makeup and giving you my overall review. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. If you're a first timer to my video or my channel in general, thank you so much. Please support me or continue to support me. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. Oh, as always, feel free to comment down below, because I have so many people watching my videos, but some of y'all don't even subscribe or comment, and that's shady. Like, subscribe to get notifications on new videos, and second, comment because it allows me to interact with you guys and also gives me feedback and know what other videos, future videos to do. But yeah, I know I said this like 5 times already, but seriously, thank you so much for supporting me. Goodbye. Peace.